Have you ever felt like the words we use shape the lives we live? Some of the wisest older adults avoid certain everyday phrases, quietly, intentionally. Not because they're clever, but because they've learned, often through pain, that a single sentence can either trap you or set you free. In the next few minutes, you'll discover 5 phrases that truly intelligent seniors never say and the life-changing wisdom behind them. Studies show that intelligent seniors avoid saying certain common phrases, and once you hear them, you'll understand why. In this video, we're going to explore 5 phrases that the most insightful older adults never say. These aren't just habits of speech, they're windows into how someone views the world, responds to challenges, and carries their dignity, even through life's toughest moments. Each phrase is rooted in timeless Stoic philosophy, which teaches us that peace, clarity, and resilience don't come from what's happening around us, but from the strength we carry within. So, if you're over 60, and you've started to reflect more than react, this video is for you. Because staying mentally strong isn't about thinking harder, it's about speaking wiser. And by the end of this video, you might realize that changing a few everyday phrases could sharpen your thinking and help you carry yourself with the quiet strength others instantly recognize. Let's begin. Number 1. That's just how I am. There's a quiet kind of defeat in the phrase, "That's just how I am." On the surface, it might sound like confidence, like someone who knows themselves, but dig a little deeper, and it often becomes a shield, something we say to avoid growth or change. That's why intelligent older adults rarely say it. They understand that aging isn't about standing still. It's about continuing to evolve, with grace. When someone says, "That's just how I am," what they're really doing is closing a door to improvement, connection, and deeper self-awareness. Stoic philosophy teaches that we're not fixed. Our character, our habits, these are all within our control. The Stoics believed we become what we repeatedly choose. So when you say, "That's just how I am," you're giving away your own power, pretending you have no say in who you're becoming. But the wisest among us know, even at 70, 80, or beyond, there's always room to grow. Take Henry, a retired math teacher in his late 70s. He used to get frustrated when people didn't understand his explanations. For years, he'd say, "That's just how I am. I'm a perfectionist." But over time, he noticed his grandchildren stopped asking him for help. They were afraid of his sharp tone. One quiet dinner, where no one made eye contact, woke him up. He began asking himself, is being right more important than being remembered with warmth? That night, he let go of the phrase. He softened his tone, asked more questions, and slowly, the warmth returned to his family dinners. True strength lies not in saying, "That's just how I am," but in saying, "I can do better." That commitment to becoming, not just being, is what sets the wise apart. So next time you're about to say it, pause. Ask yourself, is this helping me grow or just keeping me comfortable? The most intelligent older people choose growth over pride every time. Number 2. It's too late for me. Few phrases sting the heart like, "It's too late for me." It sounds soft, almost like a sigh, but it carries a heavy message that the best parts of life are already gone. But listen closely to truly intelligent elders, and you'll notice they don't say those words. Not because they never feel regret, but because they understand this. As long as you're breathing, you're not finished. To say it's too late is to put a period where there should only be a comma. Marcus Aurelius once wrote, "You could leave life right now. Let that determine what you do and say and think." That wasn't a call to give up. It was a reminder to live now, because time is precious and possibility is always present. Meet Ruth, 81, from Ohio. She spent most of her life raising a family, running a quiet household. After her husband passed, she said, "It's too late for me. Too late to travel, to feel excited, to learn something new." Then, while cleaning out a closet, she found an old camera, dusty and forgotten. She remembered her dream of being a photojournalist. That day, she walked to the park and started taking photos of trees, birds, sunlight on cracked pavement. 1 year later, she was in a local art show. 2 years later, she sold her first photograph. Today, she teaches photography to other seniors every Thursday. She didn't say, "It's too late." She asked, "Why not now?" That shift from resignation to curiosity is what intelligent aging looks like. So, when that voice whispers, "It's too late," answer it like a Stoic, with quiet defiance and action. Say, "Watch me." Number 3. I can't change. I can't change. It sounds like acceptance, but most often it's quiet surrender. It draws a line in the sand, not because change is impossible, but because someone has stopped believing in their own potential. But wise older adults, especially those grounded in Stoic thinking, know change is always available, not because it's easy, but because it's a choice. Epictetus said it best. It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. And reactions, attitudes, and habits are all choices.
Take Walter, 78. He used to be impatient. He'd interrupt people, yell at telemarketers, even snap at his neighbors. For years, he said, "That's just how I am." But one day, his 8-year-old grandson flinched during one of his outbursts, and something shifted. Walter didn't want to be remembered that way. He started reading about mindfulness. He apologized. He began breathing before reacting, listening more. It took time. It wasn't perfect, but people noticed. And most importantly, Walter noticed. Saying, "I can't change," is like locking a door that isn't even closed. Growth is always possible. And intelligent elders understand that self-development doesn't stop when your hair turns gray. If anything, it becomes more honest, more meaningful. So remember, I can't change isn't a fact. It's a feeling, and feelings pass. Who you become, even now, is still entirely up to you. Number 4, I deserve better than this. This one sounds like self-respect, but when it's said with bitterness or entitlement, "I deserve better than this," shifts our focus outward, making us victims of our circumstances. Stoic wisdom teaches that we can't control what happens, but we can control how we meet it. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Accept whatever comes to you, woven in the pattern of your destiny. For what could more aptly fit your needs?" That doesn't mean accepting mistreatment, but it means avoiding the mindset that life owes you something. Larry, 81, spent his life building a business from scratch. At 70, he handed it off to his son, who ran it into the ground. Larry lost everything: savings, property, even his good name. For a while, he spiraled. He said, "This is what I get." But after sitting with the pain, he shifted his focus. He started volunteering at the library, mentoring young entrepreneurs. He stopped waiting for life to feel fair and instead began creating meaning from what was left. He found peace not in justice, but in purpose. So the next time you think, "I deserve better," pause. Ask instead, what can I grow from this? How can I rise with dignity? That's what Stoic intelligence looks like. Number 5, I deserve more. At first, this might sound like confidence, but I deserve more can quietly turn into entitlement. And that's a heavy burden to carry, especially in older age. Stoics believed life doesn't owe us anything. Our peace isn't tied to what we get, it's tied to how we respond. And when you expect life to repay you for your hard work, you're often setting yourself up for resentment. Take Paul, a retired business owner. His adult kids weren't interested in carrying on the business he built. After all I've done, he said, I deserve more appreciation. But that mindset only created distance. Eventually, Paul stopped trying to hand them a business and started handing down wisdom. He focused on sharing stories, life lessons, and love. And in return, his kids opened up, not out of duty, but out of warmth. That shift from entitlement to generosity changed everything. Final thoughts. There comes a point, often after 70, when the question shifts from what should I do next to how can I live well with what I have now? In that space, our words carry more weight than ever. They shape how others see us and how we see ourselves. The most intelligent older people avoid these 5 phrases, not to sound clever, but because they've learned, through experience and reflection, that peace is a matter of perspective. They don't say, it's too late. They say, I'm still learning. They don't say, nobody listens to me. They become better listeners. They don't say, it's not fair. They focus on what they can still influence. Because real strength isn't loud, it's quiet, steady, unshakable. Your words shape your spirit. So choose words that build, soften, and inspire, not just for who you've been, but for who you're still becoming. As long as you're breathing, something good is still waiting to unfold.